What's cracking, Jump Nation family? It's your boy Hiroshi S, aka the Jump Rope Coach. Right guys, so I have got 5 killer tips to get you guys nailing the double under crossover, and this is episode 2. So in episode 1 I showed you guys 2 variations of this move and basically told you that you have to watch it in slow motion to get an idea in your mind to visualize how this move is done. And in today's episode, like I promised you, it's going to really go into the technicals of this move, and I'm going to give you 5 killer drills or killer points that you need to have in mind whilst you do it. Please subscribe to this channel, make sure you guys are following every single video. I have got the best and most incredible jump rope community building across the world, and I want you guys to join me if you haven't already. 2, if you guys are going to get started the right way, you're going to make sure you pick up the Rush Athletic Speed Rope, also known as the money rope. It's the most in-demand speed rope on the planet, the most popular speed rope on the planet. Be sure to check the links down below, use YouTube 10 for your discount code, and it is also available on all major Amazons worldwide. So guys, we're going to get straight into this video. I'm going to have to roll that intro as always, and I'm going to see you in the next clip. Peace. Right guys, welcome back. So before we get straight into this video, I have a quick announcement. Basically, we're launching one of the best, most incredible jump rope meetup experiences ever seen in the world, guys. I've been working on this for a couple of months now. The Rope Rush meetup event goes live in London this month, March the 30th. And the tickets go on sale this Thursday at 1 PM on my website, so please be sure to cop it. Spaces are super limited, guys, so if you're in the country, if you're nearby, if you're from the UK, you've got to come down. Our meetups are just insane. You guys have seen the videos in the past in LA, New York, and in London previously, but there's gonna be a live DJ, there's gonna be free merch bags, personalized t-shirts, everything going on. There's gonna be a workshop on basically how to get you guys nailing like some of the most epic skills that I show you on the channel. Also a workout, a Q&A seminar, anything. You guys will have a chance to ask me any questions you want to kickstart your dreams and ambitions, and anything to do with social media and how to grow yourself as a brand or a business, whatever it is. So guys, please come down. I would really love to meet you all. I talk to this camera so often, and I'd just love to talk to you guys in person, and you'll have a chance to also meet the rest of Team RA and our athletes, of course. Anyway, we're gonna get straight into the 5 points now. This is the 5 points I'm gonna get you guys to perfect this move, and I've got a video sent in from a cool guy called Chris on Instagram. He's been documenting his journey on jump roping and kind of skipping in general. I'm gonna get Chris's video up next to me right here, and I'm gonna show you guys the 5 things that I want you guys to change or avoid and improve on, right? So the first thing is locked arms. And what you're gonna see Chris doing here is, whilst he's doing the uncross or the cross motion, his arms are super they look kind of stiff, they're locked, and whilst he's doing the move, as you can see, he's not really getting a lot of flex in those elbows or the forearms. And what that means is he's basically just not creating the loop that we require, which I'm going to get to in a kind of different point. And also the wrist, he's going to have a problem of breaking his wrist and getting it around his body. So we're going to get more into these kind of points, but the first thing, guys, is when you are checking out the move on yourself, when you're doing it in front of a mirror or you're recording yourself, just be sure that you are getting a lot of whip. I'm going to put my video up as well, kind of side by side, hopefully, whilst I'm doing this video. But you're going to see that I get a lot more whip on my arm, and that allows me to get a lot more speed, generate a lot more speed, generate the best kind of looking arcs for this move to make sure it passes beneath or underneath me and kind of beside me without tripping, and it just looks a lot more fluid. And a lot of people are able to execute this move or execute any kind of jump rope moves these days, but they're not focusing on how to make it look really good, make it look effortless, make it look boss, right? So that's what I'm talking about with the kind of flip or the kind of unbreaking of your elbows. You really want that whip on that rope. It's going to really make this move a lot more easier, guys. You can execute this move with stiff arms, of course, but it just doesn't look good, and it's going to make it a lot more difficult to kind of run them off continuously. The next point I'm going to bring up here is the wrist. So Chris, with the locked arms, this is kind of in relation to point number 1. By having locked arms like this, you're not really able to kind of break your wrists enough around your body, simply because the cross is happening, if you can see, a little bit too far away from his body. So what you're gonna see with my video when I bring it up side by side is that actually my cross happens really close to my body, and as I kind of cave in, like I mentioned before in episode 1, it allows me to get the cross and my wrist to go right beside my body. So you're gonna see basically in a lot more kind of side by sides how different the kind of arc is gonna look, and that's gonna be point 3. But the whole point is, guys, I want you to really get that body caved in and make sure you can break your wrist. So that means you're gonna have to flex your elbows, keep the cross close to your body, and that way, again, you can get the whip that you need. What you really need to make sure is that you're making the most perfect loops and arcs to make sure it passes underneath you and beside you as close to your body as possible without you tripping. That's going to be point number 3. Right, so point number 3 is all about the shape of your arc, and this kind of again leads into point number 2 and point number 1. You're going to see it's all interlinked, but that's why it's so important. I'm going to get my video side by side with Chris's here. What you're going to notice is that the shape of my arc compared to his arc is completely different. Mine is a lot more narrower. If you imagine the number 8, he's making like a chunkier version of that 8, whereas mine is a lot more narrower, thinner, kind of longer. And mixed in with my arms and my wrists, what that allows me to do is by getting this rope really close to the side of my body and making it long and narrow, it means that I'm going to trip less likely. The rope is going to go around a lot more quicker. I'm going to get a lot more revolution speed. And the timing is just going to always look a lot better and just feel a lot more comfortable. That's why this is a super important point, and I would encourage you to use a mirror or a video to see just what your loops and your arcs are looking like, and making sure that you're kind of getting those wrists really close and beside you, understand where that cross needs to happen, how far the wrist needs to break, and just really help you understand just the speed and the revolutions and everything else that is going on with your rope. But point number 4 is all about the kind of body positioning in terms of his kind of dolphin kicks. I'm going to call them dolphin kicks, but where his legs kick out, you're going to see, I'm going to get it up here now, you're going to see basically how the rope trips on the top of his toes. And this is a kind of misconception, it's a kind of myth of what people see. Sometimes they see Floyd Mayweather doing kind of like small kind of kick outs. And it does help sometimes, it does allow you to get a bit of hang time, but when it comes to doing this move, because he's done the move in such a way where he's got kind of the stiff arms, the wrist not breaking, he's just made the rope a lot more shorter, and in fact when he does kick out those legs, the rope is going to always trip on that toe. So like I always say guys, when you are doing this move, you're going to get hang time, you're going to keep your legs nice and straight if you can. Just make sure that you're just not kicking them out, you're not bending your knees, and again it's going to look a lot more slicker, it's going to look more effortless, and it's just going to feel a lot more comfortable, and you're going to be able to run them off continuously. So that's a quick point. You guys already know this, and I mentioned it in episode 1. Point number 5 guys, to maximizing the benefits of this move and perfecting it and just making it look boss, as I always say, is your body balance. Now you can see here, Chris, I'm going to bring him back up again here. He's just moving all over the place. So he's actually now starting to run these off continuously. This video that I'm putting up here is actually in his 2nd week. So he saw my episode 1 and he's improving on now trying to get these done continuously. So he sent me this kind of 2nd video, but you can already see that he's struggling to kind of stay in the same place. And this is what I want you guys to kind of try and avoid and try and focus in on when you're in the gym, is that when you're in front of that mirror, just focus on just one point on the floor. So when I tend to do my double under crossovers, I'm looking at one point right in front of me. I'm looking at the rope as soon as it passes beneath me, and I focus on engaging my core and make sure that I stay very balanced, very straight, and I'm just trying to make sure, again, like I said, I'm getting the most out of this move. If you're kind of bouncing all over the place, your core's out of sync, your kind of body's out of sync, it looks very awkward, and you're not maximizing the benefits, like I said, because if you're trying to engage your core and stay in the same position, the more stable you are, the more steady you are, the better workout you're getting for yourself, and the more speed and everything else you can generate, because you're not kind of moving everywhere and you're not getting tired as much. So thanks again to my boy Chris for sending in those videos. If anyone else wants any help with their jump rope techniques or their skills, do send them to my email, which is listed down below, or tag me on Instagram on your videos and let me know what problems you have, and I'll get the video saved and featured on this channel, guys. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you found it useful. Comment down below, let me know how you are getting along, and do not forget to miss episode 3, because it's going to be absolutely fire, guys. I'm going to show you different transitions of this move, different variations, how you can incorporate it with transitions and combinations. I'm going to get you guys nailing it the right way. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to see you in the next video. So take care of yourself, skip the treadmill, stay safe, peace. What's up YouTube family, the Jump Rope Coach here. Just want to say a massive thanks for helping me build this community with you all. You guys are absolutely incredible. Your support is my oxygen, and all I want to do is create more and more value for you all. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so you guys can be up to date with all the latest tutorials and workouts coming your way. So without further ado, guys, take care of yourself, skip the treadmill, stay safe, peace.